nararamdaman mo ba yung init?
The Caregiver is actually a psychological thriller. Some people might call it a psychosexual movie, but it's cloaked under a romance between two characters and how their situation or their environment created some dilemma into their relationship. When I was writing The Caregiver, I wanted to find out how one person or an individual can define himself and how his environment can mold him into certain behaviors or certain traits.
Pag nakita pa kita naglaro ng manika, di ulo na manika itong puputulin ko. Batang aray, ano na pumapasok sa isip? Pasok doon! Bibo ka!
When I was young, my mom actually dressed me up into girls' clothes. I think I was 5 or 6 years old. My sisters usually are the ones that tells me the stories. And I used that as a springboard, as an inspiration on how to develop the character of Carlito, or the caregiver. I was lucky enough to have a very good ensemble. The actors are very professional and they're good at what they do. Most of them are theater actors in the Philippines, and what they brought into the film actually brought some new meaning into what I was trying to accomplish as a director.
Anong oras kapag nakita ka nila? Nangyari sa'yo, sukatan ka ba?
Hindi. Okay lang ako. Ano lang? Okay lang ako.
There are plenty of highlights in the movie. One of the things I remember is the scene with Carlito, or the caregiver, played by Joshua De Jaresa, and he tried to visit his ex-girlfriend or ex-fiancée, CJ Mercado. The scene was so intense and dramatic. Even my cameraman actually wasn't able to get a hold of himself, and he was crying afterwards. And I'm hoping people will be able to relate to those type of scenes.
Babalik agad ako. Nagustin, I'm here to stay.
Wait. Ano pangalan mo?
Carlito.
Well, it's not just about the caregiver's character or Carlito's character. It's also about relationships that happens within him and the environment that he's got. And I'm trying to come across where relationships actually helps us to become a bigger person or a better person, or even an evil person. And those things actually pushes us to our limits and pushes us to become either better or worse, or whatever spectrum that we can define this into. But I'm hoping when you watch the movie, you'll see those little things and little nuances that actually makes the movie a little deeper than what's obvious to the eye. I'm not here to teach, educate, or form a certain idea. I'm hoping the audience, when they come out, aside from being entertained, they will have questions in their head, and they would be able to find out for themselves who they are and how they define themselves. And hopefully, it would open up some people's hearts and minds in accepting different types of people and different types of behavior.
Hello, I'm George Summerock. I'm one of the executive producers of the movie The Caregiver, and we're excited to be part of this year's International Film Festival Manhattan. On behalf of Huba Productions, we'd like to invite you to join us and come celebrate independent films November 9th through the 15th, 2012 at the Quad Cinema in New York City. We'll see you there.